So, Patrick, before we start to record, I asked you to think about, is there anything that you would like to see different in the ground industry? Tell me what your view was.
My view is when you have these big finals, I would love to be them on a Saturday night or a Friday night or whenever, when you get a crowd and when you can share the emotion from people. Sometimes you go to one of these Group One finals. I've been there at Toaster on a Sunday afternoon, and really, if I'm honest, it's dreadful. You're standing there with a few people, and I've been to Perry Bar as well for the Laurels. It was on the Thursday night, and there was no one there. It's I find, when you go Mumwood on a Saturday, or when you go to the Arm of Derby was coming up, it's absolutely brilliant, because you get that old feeling back from when you used to go to Walthamstow, Wimbledon. You want people shouting and cheering. You don't want to stand there on your own on a Sunday afternoon or a Thursday night. I wish that there was more people coming to the track on them sort of days.
Yeah, and of course that also spins off to the owners, doesn't it? Because they themselves, they want to be part of a big atmosphere rather than just turning up with something that could be not much more than a trial meeting.
Yeah, it is, and that's I find it very, sometimes, I've been there at Toaster a few times, and I'm not picking out Toaster here, because they're brilliant. At least he puts loads of competitions on, but I wish they were on a Saturday night. You can't beat them nights, when you were there as well, the 1st of January, when Racing Post TV sponsored all these £500 races. It was a brilliant night, brilliant atmosphere, brilliant betting, loads of people. And that's what you want with dog racing, when you're standing there with a few people, and all right, it's on telly and it's this and it's that, but it means nothing really, it's very boring.
Yeah, on a slightly sort of similar subject, we ran a story a little while ago with Editor's Chair or something, I can't remember, about the open race calendar. How does it look to you? I mean, there's an awful lot of Category 1, Category 2 competitions coming up. That in itself brings its own problems, because a little bit like the 4-day rule, it's all very well providing these races fill, and if you have the 4-day rule and ultimately a race doesn't fill, then you go in 8 or 12 days or however long it may be, probably looking for their trial then before you can run a dog. If you were redesigning the calendar, if you were, would you simply reduce the number of Cat 1s but increase the prize money? Would you spread the prize money differently? How would you change it if you had the choice?
I would have Group 1 races. I think they have to be a certain amount of money. They should be, in my opinion, at least £20,000 to put on. Yeah. See, like now you've got the Arm of Derby coming up, the Gold Cup is starting, and then you've got the Birmingham Cup, starting as well. They're 3 tracks. You need the same type of dog for them 3 tracks, but you can only pick one, realistically, because if you get to the final of the other one, you can start in that one. And I think it's totally wrong. They should be more spread about, but I think it all has to do with this SAS and ARC, and they do this and they do that, and we want them runners there, and it's totally wrong. It's totally wrong, because you don't create the best dogs at one track, because, Mark Wallace probably spreads his dogs. I spread my dogs, because it's wrong. They should be more spread out, and there should be more money for the winner.
Yeah,
and down as well.
Yeah, I mean, if I said to you, okay, we've got, should we say, 30 grand prize money for a final, how would you split it? Would it be 20 to the winner?
20 to the winner, yeah. 3, 2, and 1, 1, something like that.
Yeah. And how about the prize money during the heats? Because we get some people going, hold on a minute, price of diesel, particularly if I've got a trial, I can be, or the owner can be 300-400 quid down the line before they even get as far as the final. Do you think that in general that the spread is right between the competitions, between final prize money and heat prize money?
I think the prize money in total for open racing is very poor, if I'm honest. You're running at £250, certain tracks £300, but it should be, an open race should be minimum £500. Minimum £500. These dogs costing a lot of money now. the price has gone through the roof, diesel has gone through the roof, the food has gone up, everything's gone up, but the prize money never went up. So that really should go up as well.
Yeah. Do you think there's even perhaps a grounds for having races that aren't even given open race sort of status, where you say, well, if Harlow or Penlow, or I'm not trying to pick anybody out, but if any of those tracks, Crayford, if they want to run a race for lesser dogs, because trainers are desperate to get races for their dogs, maybe there should be another status, but doesn't give them the credit for winning in open class.
Yeah, I think there should be more competitions. If I'm honest, I think there should be more initiative for trainers to do well in competitions. I think they should get more. You see, when you get sort of the model of greyhound racing in Britain is all designed on quantity, not quality. Like I said before, the more you get on the van, the more you go to a certain track where you contract, the more you earn. Yeah, when you go to Yarmouth or when you go to Monmouth and you want to win these competitions, at the end of the day, for the trainer, you get a bit of glory and this and that, but that's about it. Yeah. So at the end of the day, when you look at the models in other countries, how it works there, say if you have a greyhound in England and you give the greyhound to me, I charge you an X amount a day, you pay me, if that dog does well or not, it don't really make no difference to me as long as you pay me. That's how the system works. While you go on the other side of the world, where it's Australia, you give me a dog, I will ask you, what's he done? How good is he? Because at the end of the day, you're not going to pay me a kennel bill. We're going to go half on the prize money. So if that dog has to win for me to earn a living, so I want to give him the best. I want to give him the best food, the best bedding, the best everything to win the biggest races, because that will earn me the most money. And then I have to be more honest with you and have to ring you after 3 weeks. Floyd, this dog ain't as good as you think he is, mate. You got to move him because he won't earn me money. It's where all the initiative from greyhound racing and the concept of greyhound racing, and I think that's why you create in Britain such a big welfare problem as well, because you have so many retired greyhounds, because all these people, they want as many dogs as they can to bring to the track to earn as much as they can. And most of them own themselves, and then what happens is they go lame, they go this, they go that, and that's what happens. And then you suddenly have half a kennel full of retired greyhounds.